John was an ordinary man living in the quiet suburbs, far away from the city center. Life hadn't been easy for him lately. Bills were piling up, and his job required him to commute long distances. With no public transportation in his area and very little money to spare, he was desperate to find a solution. One evening, as he sat scrolling through his social media feed, he decided to post a simple message. Looking for an old, affordable car. Doesn't need to be perfect, just drivable. He hoped someone would show some kindness. To his surprise, a reply came just minutes later. It was from a man he had never met before. The message read, "Hey, I've got an old BMW you might like. It's not pretty, but it runs. Come check it out." Intrigued and hopeful, John arranged to meet him the next morning. When John arrived at the address, the man was already waiting beside a dusty, worn-out BMW. The paint was chipped, the tires slightly deflated, and the interior looked like it hadn't been cleaned in years. Still, the dealer smiled and said, "It runs fine. No major issues. You seem like someone who needs a break." After a quick test drive, John felt the car was drivable. The price was surprisingly low, and the man didn't seem interested in haggling. Trusting his instincts and grateful for the opportunity, John handed over the money and drove the car home. That night, after a long day of work, John decided to clean the car properly. He vacuumed the seats, wiped down the dashboard, and collected old receipts and trash from under the seats. But as he leaned into the back seat to remove a stained floor mat, he noticed something wedged deep between the seat and the side panel. It was a small, worn leather pouch, almost invisible in the shadows. Curious, he opened it, and what he found made his hands tremble. Inside was a faded photograph of a young girl and her father, smiling ear to ear, standing in front of the very same BMW. Alongside it was a delicate silver locket, still gleaming despite the dust. Inside the locket was a tiny engraving, "Love you forever, Daddy." And tucked behind the photo, a folded letter. John carefully unfolded it. It read, "To whoever finds this, if this car ends up with someone who needs a second chance, I hope it brings them the same joy it once brought us. My daughter and I made memories in this car I'll never forget. She's gone now, but her laughter still echoes here. May this vehicle carry hope to whoever drives it next." John sat back speechless. Tears welled up in his eyes as the weight of the moment sank in. He hadn't just bought a car. He'd inherited someone's story, someone's love, someone's final goodbye. He held the letter close and whispered, "Thank you." The next day, he returned to the dealer's address, but it was empty. No one knew of anyone living there recently. The man had disappeared. John never sold the car. Instead, he restored it slowly, lovingly. Not because it was valuable, but because it carried a memory that was. Like, share, and subscribe. If this story touched your heart, more emotional and suspenseful stories are on the way. Don't miss out.